think the task for me today is to kind of run you through Fieldbase, introduce the company, and I think Sam said, tell you why, what the trauma was, why I started this business. I think it's an interesting time, an exciting time to be in the industry or to be in this business, whether you are a customer or you're a service provider, even if you're a competition, to be honest with you, no matter what it is. Because, I mean, most of us here are probably old enough to know the days of GSM and the kind of the transformation that had in terms of how the ease of communication. But yes, GSM has come and, I think we've all got used to it now. But there wasn't a lot done in terms of how we connect people in remote areas, the underserved. And there was a lot of business use cases that were locked, that we couldn't unlock just because of that reason. And I think for me personally, I wake up excited sometimes because I think what's happening now is opportunities around what can be done. And I'm hoping that some of what we share with you today opens your mind. If you don't, not already aware of them, it opens your mind as to some of those possibilities. But if I go back to the reason why we started Fieldbase, so we were founded in 2018. We're a very young company, less than 6 years old, and I used to work for a UK shipping business, and we had ships operating in this part of the world. And whenever our ships turned up here, you used to always get the side comments that you can't find good service in that part of the world. And for me, that didn't sit well. I said, no, we can build capacity here. We can create capacity here. We can create a company that will be able to provide a service that matches whatever people can do in terms of world-class service delivery anywhere in the world. And I think that was a challenge that made me start the company. So we started as a maritime service company. So we were servicing mostly maritime connectivity. People who had big companies, global companies who had connectivity or who had VSAT. It was mostly VSAT and L-band connectivity on board their vessels. But then we grew very quickly from doing that in the maritime and oil and gas business to building up our engineering capabilities. And I focused. I'm an engineer myself, so whatever we wanted to do, there was a large engineering component to it. We really wanted to solve problems, so we focused on building up that capacity in terms of engineering to be able to solve problems, in our market. We've achieved a fair bit since then. Since 2018, we have just over 300 vessels that we currently provide managed connectivity to in and around Nigerian waters. I think we're somewhere close to 5,000 enterprise customers now, leveraging Starlink's, network and technology. And we have a broad, and I think some of we'll speak to you about today, a broad base of solutions around connectivity, maritime electronics, surveillance, threat detection. For those of you, when you get the time during the break, we have some products that we're demoing our site or some solutions we're demoing our site. So feel free to go there, ask questions, find out what it's about. We're an authorized reseller for Starlink. We've been since 2024. I think we're closer to 60 employees at the moment. We have presence in obviously Nigeria, Ghana, Angola. We've just started our UK office, so we're expanding. We're focused in Africa, and we're expanding across the coast of Africa. And that kind of just shows you maybe an array of some of the customers that we currently work for. How do we deliver this? And we have 3 core pillars that we focus on. One is our people. We have I think I'm the oldest person in the company. So we're a very young team, a creative, driven team. We're also very focused on customers. We go out shopping, trying to find out what the problems of our customers are beyond, I guess, the commoditized service that we could provide. We're trying to find out, if we're providing you with connectivity, what problem are you trying to solve? and we see how we can use our engineering capabilities to build a solution that tackles that problem, and not just selling you something, just to make a buck. And then engineering, as I mentioned, we started the idea was to build a core engineering mindset, and that's something that we've continued to do throughout. So again, people, customers, engineering, core pillars of how we view our business. We have strategic partnerships with a number of OEMs, Starlink being one of them, and Druid being another strategic partner that we're now looking to work with, or that we started working with as well. And that's just two of the ones that are present here. We have a lot of other partners that we work with to try and develop our solutions. And some of the innovations that have come out of some of these partnerships is, we'll talk to you about our layer 2 services today, the maritime situational awareness solution that we provide. That's something that we can demonstrate outside. Some of the things that we're looking, or that some of the solutions that we're currently working on and we're looking to build out and develop, includes things like community Wi-Fi networks, remote monitoring for construction. I mean, these are some of the things I'm talking about. These things were things that you couldn't do before because there was no way to connect remote locations. But today you can have an engineer in his control room, doesn't have to travel out to a construction site in Sandiget every day, because you can mount a camera there, put a small Starlink Mini there, and you can see what's happening. Same thing with healthcare providers. You don't have to have a doctor travel out to a village so many times in the week, because you can provide telemedicine. You can monitor remote assets. So some of this stuff was things that connectivity, the speeds that we can achieve to do, is helping us to unlock. So if we go to the next slide. So our vision for tomorrow, we already provide connectivity, Starlink, and things like that. But over and above that, I said this. People who are usually buying these things are buying them to try and solve a problem. And we're combining that, our capabilities in terms of engineering, the things we know, people we have, the skills they have, the things we can build. We're combining it with ability to provide connectivity, and we're trying to add, create solutions that add value to just that basic connectivity offering. And so that's the kind of stuff that we're focusing on. Solutions that leverage that connectivity or engineering capability to build impactful solutions in our markets. That's where we're working. We're looking at the vision that we're looking at for the future. So again, I'm hoping that today you get to meet with people from our OEM partners, some of our staff here who specialize in some of these different solutions that I've mentioned. Have a chat with them, and please, enjoy the day. And thank you very much for listening. And I hope you enjoyed the afternoon. Thank you very much.